There's a moment in life where everything around you keeps moving, but you've stopped. And not physically stopped, because obviously you're still doing your thing, you're still smiling, you're still showing up. But inside you feel disconnected. You're not sad, you're not broken, you're just lost. People would ask you what's wrong, but you can't even give an answer because it's not one thing, it's everything, or maybe it's nothing. It's so confusing. You just know you're not where you're meant to be or where you want to be. If you ever felt like this, please stay around. And I hope by the end of this video, you find some comfort and you just keep going no matter what's going on in your life. If you don't know me, my name is Zinab. And on this channel, we talk about how we can be the best version of ourselves while still being imperfect, because we are imperfect. So if that's you, stick around, hit subscribe, and stay around. The first thing I want to talk about is just how you don't recognize yourself anymore. It's crazy and it's scary, and at the same time, it's kind of comforting, reassuring, because not knowing who you are anymore is a sign that you're going to evolve to a new version that's usually better than the one that you're going to leave. You're not sure when it started, but something just feels off. Personally, I'm very, very self-aware, so I know I can spot the patterns or the things I usually don't recognize in myself, to be able to say, okay, I'm in a phase where I'm going to have to work on myself, not letting myself down just because I feel that way, I feel lost. But yeah, just know that it's hard to know when it actually started. One thing I do know though is the things that usually excite you don't excite you anymore, and you just feel like everything is on pause. People feel distant, you don't exactly know why, or maybe it's you who are distant. It's a bit like depression, but at the same time it's not burnout, you're not crying every day, you're just lost. And I'd call that identity shedding. You're shedding a part of yourself, or maybe your whole entire personality, and you're gonna meet with someone new. I will always remember this. At some point in my life, I got really depressed and very, very much lost. And I told my friend at the time, I need to find myself again. And she basically laughed at me. And it's so sad to say, because she was actually a very close friend, but I think she couldn't understand what I meant by that, because probably she didn't go through it. When I said I had to find myself again, it sounded so silly to her that she actually laughed, but to me it made all the sense that it could make, because I knew what I was talking about. Feeling lost is like waking up in your house where everything usually looks so familiar and you love it. That's where you feel safe and comfortable, but suddenly none of the rooms feel like yours anymore. You wander in that place which is yours, but at the same time is not. You can't really find your routine or your marks in there. That's when you know you kind of feel lost in your own skin. Most of the time, what we do with that is, to give like maybe an analogy, it's like staying in that same house, even knowing that's not where you should be living right now. You don't have peace, it's not a place where you can grow. And being lost is the same in ourselves. We still obviously have the same body, we have the same mind and same brain, but something in us is just changed, and we can't stay in that same place if we want to grow. If I go deeper with this, which brings me to the second point, is how everything feels so slow and uncertain, and it's so crazy. I'm laughing because I've been in that position so many times. I just know that you feel like you're waiting for something, but you don't know what. Even if someone asks you, what is it that you're waiting for? You probably would be like, I don't know, I just need something to change in my life. You start doubting your friendships, your relationships, maybe your job, your work, your direction. Everything that you do in life doesn't make sense. You're trying to give it some sense, but you can't. And the worst thing you can do for yourself when you're in that position is to compare yourself with others. Compare your chaos with everyone else's life's stillness, and how their life is perfect, and how they know what they're doing, and how they have their shit together. And you're like, okay, but what is it that I'm not doing? What's wrong with me? Even if it's not from a place of self-doubt, I don't doubt myself. It's just at a certain point in time, I need something to change. That something is the thing that I don't know, but I know it has nothing to do with me. And let me tell you the good news about this. Basically, and I like to see it that way, is your brain, or subconscious, whatever you want to call it, is working overtime to rewrite patterns that need to change. And the thing is, you just haven't seen the results yet. Honestly, I find it so beautiful, because basically it's like your brain doesn't let you down. It knows that you need to change, or something needs to be rewritten somehow. So it's giving you the sign that you are lost, so you can actually wake up and maybe do something. And I genuinely find this so beautiful, because I don't know, our body is just amazing. It sends you signals of love. The third thing I want to talk about, you start trying to fix everything at once. You want a quick fix. Like nothing is working. Okay, I need to get back to myself and I need to find this fast. You start chasing new goals, new people, new relationship, new job. But the thing is, the real clarity comes from when you stop running and start listening to yourself. Trying to fix your life in a panic is like trying to rearrange furniture in a burning house. It might seem productive, like you're doing something, you're not letting yourself go, but at the same time, it's just useless. It's not solving the real issue. Or another example would be, let's say you have a foggy mirror and you're trying to clean it by scrubbing harder. It's not going to change anything. What you need to do is basically, you just have to let the steam fade. Sometimes you just need to sit down, relax, slow down, and the steam will fade. Only then you will know what you have to do to actually get back to yourself. Number 4, it's actually one small thing that can change everything. It doesn't have to be like a big change or you have to transform yourself completely, have a new personality. It can really be just a little habit, a little pattern, a boundary that you set, a mindset change. I don't know, like something really small, but it doesn't have to be dramatic. Because it happened to me so many times. You know how I actually started doing this channel and the 100 things that I did before? I started waking up a bit earlier every day. And honestly, it might be just a little thing that for people, some people it's nothing, but I think it changed my life. It changed the way I see my days. It changed the way I saw myself. It changed the way I wanted to basically live my life, like my whole lifestyle, because I was just tired of going to bed very late and complaining I couldn't wake up the next day. And obviously when you wake up late the next day, you don't feel like actually being productive on that same day. So yeah, I just got tired of myself. I started waking up a bit earlier, and from then everything just unfolded. It's like, how do you call it? A butterfly effect? The thing with the ripples. It's just like one thing unfolds after the other, and that starts with that little something. And let me tell you the good news, because the good news is usually when you feel lost, it's always, I'd say 90% of the time, something big is going to happen and something new, but a good new, if that makes sense. Every time I've been in this situation, it's always been uncomfortable now, but I know that on the other side, I'm going to be a different person, but a person that I like, a person that does new things, a person that sees things differently. And honestly, you just have to sit with the silence and sit with the chaos and, just keep going. It's literally all in your head. Last but not least, for me at least, I'm Muslim, and I'd say that I'm a firm believer. Every time I feel lost, for me, it's a sign that I need to reconnect a bit more with God. So it's never, never, ever lost. Whatever I feel, whatever doubts I have, whatever anxiety I have, first of all, I know that it's nothing like personal to me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not broken. I just need to change a little something that will help me be a bit more trusting in God and connecting to Him. So yeah, that was a quite quick one, but I feel like we all feel somehow lost at some point in our lives, and I hope that you could relate to what I was feeling. I don't want you to stay in that position for a long time, but I just want you to know that first of all, you're not alone. And second of all, there's nothing wrong with you either. The same way I said there's nothing wrong with me, I hope you know that there's nothing wrong with you too. And to be honest, it's a good sign. When you're lost, that means you're meant to do more, just don't know how yet. And that's a very beautiful thing to have and to experience, because a lot of people don't even know what it is they want to do or what it is they're meant for in this life. So I hope you hang on. And if you haven't watched my video about how to focus on yourself and detach from everything basically and go ghost, do so. I'll put the link on the screen. I'll see you again soon.